We're getting no support on this national crisis. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City.
An urgent message from New York City Mayor Eric Adams as the number of migrants who have arrived in the city since last April hits 110,000. The influx has strained resources, with Mayor Adams estimating the crisis could cost potentially $12 billion.
Boo-hoo. Isn't this the way that you wanted it? Before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share. Look at all the complaining now. Our city's gonna be destroyed. Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this your tweet right here explaining how it will remain, no matter what, period, a sanctuary city? This is what you wanted. This is what you asked for. And it's kind of funny. He was on this interview, right, on MSNBC, right? He's over here giving, and they brought this question up to him about Republicans and other people talking about, hey, you said it was a sanctuary city, and now you're complaining that all these people show up, and look at his answer.
Criticism on the right, because critics on the right have noted that New York City is a sanctuary city, and this migrant crisis comes with that territory. What do you say to those who think you relinquish your right to complain about the stresses it places on your city because of that?
Well, I think that those comments coming from those far-right Trump-like Republicans who are continue to try to distort the reality that we do not have real immigration reform, that we should allow a true decompression strategy, protect our borders in the right way, and make sure that when you look at this city, the status of right to shelter, of no one who created this decades ago took into account that we were talking about hundreds of thousands of people potentially coming to the city.
So he's saying when the right to shelter, this whole sanctuary city, no one anticipated that it was going to be hundreds of thousands of people. Oh, but it's okay for it to be happening in the border states. And somewhere along this interview, he's like, oh, it shouldn't be happening in El Paso either. Why weren't you saying that back then when you were trying to get elected and want to tell everybody everything that they want to hear, but you know it's a bad idea? This is the thing. All of these policies, they know they don't work. All it is try to manipulate people to get votes. Oh, we care so much. All this stuff, electric vehicles. They promote all this stuff and they don't even do it themselves. Completely overwhelming New York City. Talking about he's going to have to cut all these programs. What about all the people that are on the streets? The actual American citizens. Not everybody's a drug addict on the side of the street. Some people fell on hard times. Why aren't you helping them? But they roll out the red carpet. They're staying in all these crazy hotels, presidential suites, and all this stuff in Manhattan. All of these places where they're housing these people, these illegals. This is where they're going to house them. But bump all the people that are on the side of the street and the people that have been homeless for years on end. But we're going to roll out the red carpet. And mind you, not only is he getting backlash from people saying, hey, this is like people like me saying this is what you wanted, you got what you asked for, he's also getting it from the left side. MSDNC, like I just said, you should see they're coming at him, as well as AOC. Look at some of these tweets. Look, this is from MSNBC. Eric Adams lived up to his Black Trump moniker with an anti-immigration diatribe that sounded as if he has been ripped from the former president's social media feed. Oh, so now that he's saying that the immigration's out of hands, he's a Black Trump. Almost like the black face of white supremacy with Larry Elder. See how they flip on him? And then there's more. I have seen the Eric Adams clip claiming migrants will destroy New York City. It is awful. There is a reason why Republican and far-right folks are gleefully sharing it. New York Dems could have had Maya Wiley as mayor, but they went for the ridiculous Adams, a Trump knockoff. And he's getting hit from everywhere, like I said, with AOC as well. So now, so now he's Trump. Because he's saying the immigration's out of hand and completely out of control, that they have no resources. You don't see Joe helping them, none of that. Now he's the Black Trump. They're just letting him sink. You see how this is? Whenever you don't line up and you fall in line and do exactly as they tell you, they completely turn on you. Same thing with Joe Manchin. Watch what happens. happens if Joe Manchin decides to run as a third-party candidate. Watch the stuff that comes. They already can't stand him. Wait and see if he announces he's running, and watch what they do to him. This is nothing. The Black Trump and all, like that's supposed to be an insult or something like that. Watch what happens if Joe Manchin decides to run. But this is what you wanted, Adams, right? This is what you talk about. This is the brand you preach of.
But New York has a brand. It has a brand.
And this is what happens when you allow this to happen. Over 100,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of illegals showing up. They even had a program where they were offering people, hey, if you have a spare bedroom, why don't you sponsor a family? Let them come live with you. Really? Do you think the mayor's doing that? You think any of these people, these multi-million billionaires, any of these people letting them Hochul, do you think any of them are letting them come live at their house? No, they can't stay with us, but they can stay with you guys. And there is no end in sight. This is the problem with ringing that dinner bell. And it's not just from Mexico and Guatemala. These people are coming from the Middle East, from China, India, from all over the world, Africa, all over the world. So now, mind you, they want to put these kids in the schools, right? So now you got to hire teachers that can speak, 18 different languages, if not more? What about all that kind of stuff? They just like to run on these BS policies. And you see it's going to cost them well over $12 billion. That's just an appetizer to you got to feed them, clothe them, insurance, house them, it's going to be well over that. And the floodgates, these people have TVs. They can see what's going on. They say, let's just go up. Let's just walk across. They're going to let us on in. And then they'll bus us. Let's happily get on the bus. And then we can go stay at the Ritz-Carlton, or we can go stay at a Mandalay Bay, Bellagio, whatever the case may be, at some 5-star hotel. Let's just go and let's just hang out, because that's what they're going to allow to happen. These people, these policies are sick. And there's no end in sight, but they asked for this. He said it will remain a sanctuary city, and you got exactly what you asked for. So you're not going to get no pity from me.
This issue will destroy New York City.
Let me know how you guys feel about this. Should we just keep letting it happen? Because there's going to be no end in sight. The border needs to be shut down. That's my opinion. You cannot allow this to happen. You have to seek asylum legally. I have no problem with immigration. That's fine. They want to come over and work and all that. But you need to have a vetting system. A lot of these people are single, middle-aged males. That's what you're starting. They're putting them everywhere. So let me know your guys' thoughts about all this. And do you really think that New York is going to be destroyed because of it? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share to get it out there, and I will catch you guys on the next one.